Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the 15-year veteran Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers as they take on Matt Moore and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're out to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you? Yeah. Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Packer offense led by number 12, Aaron Rodgers. And the Pack in an unfamiliar position this year. They have not made the playoffs for 2 years running. 6-9-1 a year ago. And now with a new head coach in Matt LaFleur, no guarantee certainly that they'll play meaningful football in January this year. On first down, Rodgers throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Tyrann Mathieu has a cornerback's build with safety skills. The Honey Badger knows where the football is.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Holding, defense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Bashad Breeland, the one that got him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got a man, that's Allison. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught. It's a gain of 34.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And they're led out by a guy who's been a backup much of his career out of Oregon State. It's Matt Moore.
Matt Moore does understand what it takes to be a starter. 12 games with Miami when he first got there, but even going back to college, was a starter at UCLA before he ended up transferring and finishing at Oregon State and having a really nice college career.
Here's Moore on 1st and 10. Incomplete. The tight end Blake Bell, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. And quickly now, a look at the Kansas City offense.
In 2018, the Chiefs were looking for help in their offensive line, and they received it from guard Andrew Wiley, a formerly undrafted free agent. He settled in as a mainstay at guard and mauled people on the offensive line. They expect big things out of him in 2019 and beyond.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And Bell works his way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Blake Bell, 70 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Back out here comes Kansas City's offense. Charles, those 2 straight home losses for Kansas City, as we said earlier, drops them to 4-2. But, you know, you've told me you still very much believe in this team despite those 2 defeats.
I certainly do. They have to shore things up on defense, and we'll see how that goes, especially in the run game. But when Patrick Mahomes is piloting the offense and you have the weapons on the perimeter and they've got Damian Williams back as a running back, they're going to be dangerous every time they play. Still can't believe they lost consecutive home games the first time since 2015 because that's a tough environment for an opponent to go into. But this short week, Thursday night at Denver, a vital game for Kansas City. They need it in a big way.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 22-yard scamper, and the Chiefs are going to jump back in front.
But without a doubt, all credit's got to go to the runner. Found his way into the end zone, but the defensive guys just not wrapping up well when they try to tackle him.
And that's the thing. You've got to wrap up. A lot of times these days you see guys, they just want to go as hard as they can and throw their body at somebody. That's not old school football, though.
No, old school football is fundamentals. Wrapping up, locking your hands, and trying to get him on the ground.
Butker on for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a LaShawn McCoy touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. They've got to find a way to get him more involved in this game plan. Down here in the second quarter, he doesn't even have a catch.
And don't think they're not hearing about it in the huddle and on the sidelines. And we often think of wide receivers at times being disruptive. It's just that they know their talents and they know the type of plays they can make, and they can make big ones. They want the ball to help their team.
Yeah, you got to think he's going to want the ball more. 1 target, no catches. And throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there. First down. Rodgers now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Jamal Williams. And that'll bring up second down. Well, we got a second. Let's look ahead to Week 7 and what's on the slate. Things start out Thursday night. Kansas City at Denver, divisional battle.
Suddenly an interesting game. Kansas City having lost their last 2, and Denver now playing defense as we expected. But how about the NFL 100 game of the week? Oakland at Green Bay, a rematch of Super Bowl II.
Also have New Orleans at Chicago and Philly visiting Dallas on Sunday night.
That is a huge win in the NFC East.
Yeah, both teams 3-3. The winner will have the lead in that division. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Now it's Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Now Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Moore. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, as the first half is winding down, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here now a look at LaShawn McCoy, and he is inching closer to that 100-yard mark.
And that's the goal. That's the benchmark that every runner in the NFL is trying to get to, and he's locked in on it pretty well right now. And I would suspect that his linemen are locked in pretty well, too. They know that if a guy gets over 100 yards, they've done a great job, too.
You think every starter sort of has the number 100 in his mind before a game?
I guarantee that they do. That's what they think about. That's what they dream about. That's what they visualize during practice all week. 100 yards, because once you get there, it's almost like you hit that number, boom, you might even get to 2.
Throwing on first down. Moore. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's McCoy. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Moore now, throwing on first down. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. This is caught. Watkins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay. Sometimes you have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Now, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
That's our ball, baby. Going the other way.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big...
And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
53, check 53.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers going to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes LaShawn McCoy as he trots back out there now. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Butker now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Rodgers. This complete to Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent. Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On first down, Moore. This is caught. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on first and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day...
And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And a lead will swell by 1 more. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards, first down Packers. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Frank Clark. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw is Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Moore now. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. He's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready up. 42's the mic. Let's put him on the button.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line.
To throw is Moore on 1st down. And he finds who else? Watkins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and 8. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Butker able to put this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.